kicked off in a very solid way for the Beasted Slammers as they split their Week 1 matchup with a very good Silver Bullet Brothers team. Having not played an official game since November of 2010 when they won their fall championship, there was some concern that the bats may be cold. This turned out to be completely untrue, however, as some of the Slammers' bats were hotter than ever. This all starts where it usually starts, with Slammers superstar shortstop Craig Ross. The reigning summer MVP of ABA had an awesome Week 1, going 5 for 7 with 2 home runs, 2 very long home runs, and 3 RBI. The kid's just dominating. There's no other way to describe it. He is so important to the Slammers' success on both sides of the ball. Every time he steps on the field, something big is going to happen. You just know. Joining him in the hit parade was Mike Janisi, playing catcher first game and first base second game. Janisi proceeded to go 6 for 8 himself with 2 home runs and 3 RBI. These two make up a very dynamic heart of the order in the Slammers lineup. I think it's pretty clear that we can expect big things from both these gentlemen as the season progresses. Then there's Mike Gelman. Oh, Mike Gelman. What does this kid do? He bats .833 last fall, coming also close to the .848 single-season fall record held by Joe Nosworthy. And then comes into this season, gets in there Week 1, and goes 5 for 6 with 4 ripped doubles, showing that he is starting exactly where he left off. This kid does all the little things right. Every winning team needs to have a player like this on their squad. You just know he's going to come up big for you more times than not. Even with all these great performances, when discussing who stood out the most on offense, only one person comes to mind.
He has disobeyed his king. His fate is in his own hands now.
I will end this.
Definitely confusing some for the God of Thunder. King of Queens Frank Caruana had a huge night at the plate, going 6 for 7 with 2 doubles, 2 bomb home runs, and 6 RBI. This is how good of a night Frank had. His only out was a home run. It came when the Slammers had reached their 4 home run limit in Game 1, and Frank just couldn't control that godlike power and hit another one over the fence, but this time for an out. Frank's night led to him being selected as Week 1's Offensive Player of the Night. This is actually a big deal for Mr. Caruana, as this will be his first career Offensive Player of the Night. Frank has been with the team since its inception in the fall of 2007, so this is definitely a huge accomplishment for him. Congratulations, Frank. As for the rest of the offense, Nicky Gelman and John LaRocchia both contributed huge clutch hits at the end of Game 1, as they both came up with 7th-inning RBIs to break a 13-13 tie, which the Slammers would eventually hold to get win 1 of the year. Joe Nosworthy and Steve Krakowski each brought some power of their own, as they both went deep for their first home runs of the season. Well, it's funny you should ask. Defense has played better games, but they did come up in some big spots when they really needed to. None bigger than the end of Game 1. It was the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Slammers were up by 2. There was a man on first base, and the tying run was at the plate. With 1 out, the guy grounded a ball to shortstop Craig Ross, who flipped it over to Mike Gelman at second, who flipped it down to John LaRocchia at first base to turn 2. It was a really sweet way to end Game 1. Having a talented double-play duo like the Slammers have always comes in handy in the competitive leagues of ABA. I don't suspect it's going to be the last time we're going to hear about Craig and Mike turning a sweet double play in a big spot. The night's defensive man of the hour, however, is Nicky Gelman. Definitely. Nicky Gelman is the 3rd baseman for the Beasted Slammers and plays the position top-notch. He was having balls drilled at him all night, and he was making sick picks in the dirt and making some great throws over to first base. It takes a lot of courage to play 3rd base in these leagues, and Nicky does it with ease. That's why he is the night's Defensive Player of the Night, and nobody would question that whatsoever. Nicky made some great plays and is definitely deserving of this honor. Other standout defensive plays go to Craig Ross, again, for using that cannon arm and hosing somebody at 3rd base, and Mark Louie for taking a relay throw and nailing someone at the plate in a really big spot. Right center fielder Alex Charles, playing his first summer season with the Slammers, used that incredible speed he had to make a great running catch on a line drive. Defense is key. And if the Slammers can play the way that they are capable of playing on the defensive side of the ball, they will be a very, very tough team to beat this season, no doubt. All in all, not a bad start for the 2011 Beasted Slammers. There were a lot of positives on the night. It's only going to help them down the line, as big things are expected from this team once again. The official finals for the evening. Game 1, Beasted Slammers 15, Silver Bullet Brothers 13. Game 2, Silver Bullet Brothers 18, Beasted Slammers 10. The Beasted Slammers totaled up 46 hits on the night. They now sit at 1-1, good for second in Division 14 ABA standings.